In the digital expanse, a ghost has been summoned. A version of Carl Jung, the pioneering psychoanalyst, has been resurrected in the code of our social feeds. He speaks from beyond the grave, his face a stamp of authority on an endless stream of advice. He's become the ultimate arbiter of modern love, his name invoked to justify breakups, diagnose partners, and create endless lists of behavioral red flags. But is this ghost authentic? Or is it a fiction, a digital phantom constructed from bits of pop psychology and draped in the authority of a dead genius? At AI Chronicles, our mission is to use cutting-edge technology to separate narrative from fact. So, we initiated a new Chronicle. The objective: to deploy our deep research AI to analyze this digital ghost and measure it against the man's own work, his primary texts. The mission: find the real Carl Jung. First, we tasked the AI to conduct a wide-spectrum analysis of the digital landscape. Its goal was to identify the most prevalent relationship warnings attributed to this online version of Jung. After passing terabytes of data, the system isolated 6 core claims, 6 digital fingerprints that form the foundation of this ghost. These are our targets, our testable hypotheses. With the parameters set, we initiated Phase 2, First Principles Verification. We began with the most common claim of all, the one you've heard a dozen times. Claim number 1, never tolerate disrespect. Our AI delved into Jung's collected works, performing not just a keyword search but a deep contextual analysis. The result was surprising. The AI's verdict was immediate and decisive. Misattributed. Jung's psychology operates on a much deeper level. He argues that a true psychological relationship is impossible between two people in a state of unconsciousness. In this state, which he called primitive identity, partners are merely screens for each other's projections. What we call disrespect is just a symptom of this fundamental blindness. For Jung, focusing on the behavior was like trying to fix a tsunami by shouting at the waves. So the ghost had already stumbled. But what about the others? We fed the AI the next target. Claim number 2, never tolerate a partner who stifles your growth. Here, the AI found a direct and powerful correlation. The verdict: directly supported. This aligns perfectly with Jung's central life goal: individuation, the lifelong journey to become a whole and distinct self. He saw relationships as a crucible for this process. In his own words, a marriage is more likely to succeed if a person follows her own star. A relationship that fundamentally blocks this journey is, from a true Jungian standpoint, a psychological dead end. The ghost wasn't entirely a fraud then. It mixed its fiction with fact. The AI confirmed this with claim number 5. Never tolerate a partner living behind a mask. Verdict: directly supported. This is a fair popularization of Jung's concept of the persona. He warned that when a person becomes identical with their social mask, they lose all connection to their true self. A relationship with a persona is a relationship with a fiction. But just as we began to see a pattern, the Chronicle took a sharp turn. The AI processed the third, and perhaps most viral claim of all: never tolerate a narcissistic partner. The system flagged this as an anachronism, a modern diagnosis projected backwards in time. The verdict: fabricated. While post-Jungian analysts have made compelling links, Jung himself provided no framework for identifying this specific personality disorder. The digital ghost was caught red-handed, fabricating evidence to seem relevant in our modern world. But the final claim yielded the most shocking result of the investigation. The one that sounds the most like modern pop psychology. Be wary of an overwhelming magnetic attraction. We expected a clear miss. But the AI lit up. Verdict: directly supported. And not just supported. It's a sophisticated and accurate reflection of a core Jungian insight. That intense, love at first sight feeling is the hallmark of a powerful, unconscious projection of your soul image, the Anima or Animus. It is a state of profound illusion. It is not a sign you've found a perfect match, but the dangerous, intoxicating start of a difficult psychological journey. With the digital ghost deconstructed, the AI began to synthesize the authentic framework from the primary sources, and the result was a radical, almost terrifying reframing of a relationship's purpose. For Carl Jung, conflict, irritation, and even disillusionment are not signs the relationship is failing. They are signs that it is finally beginning. It begins with projection. The shadow, the parts of ourselves we deny, is inevitably cast onto our partner. Their flaws become a perfect, agonizing mirror for our own unlived life. Pop psychology tells you to fix or flee from your partner. Jung tells you to look in the mirror. The most powerful of these projections is the soul image, the Anima or Animus. This creates that intoxicating feeling of having found your soulmate. But Jung warned this is dangerous, because one tries to force the partner to act in a certain way which has nothing to do with his or her real personality. The inevitable failure of a human to live up to the divine image is what leads to crisis. And this crisis serves one ultimate purpose: individuation, the journey to the self. As Jung famously wrote, the meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. This reveals the true intolerable state. It isn't a specific behavior, it's the persistent mutual refusal of consciousness, a partnership where both people use the other to remain asleep, to reinforce their unconsciousness, and to avoid their own growth. That is the only relationship that is truly, psychologically dead. The Chronicle is now complete. Our AI's analysis confirms a vast chasm between the pop psychology narrative and the authentic principles of Jung's work. One offers easy answers and external blame. The other offers a difficult path of internal responsibility and profound transformation. The digital ghost of Carl Jung promises a checklist to find the perfect partner. The real Carl Jung offers a map to find your true self, the choice of which to follow is yours. If you value authentic, data-driven explorations of the world's greatest ideas, subscribe to AI Chronicles, log your thoughts in the comments below, and join us as we continue to open the chronicles of the unknown.